How exciting! Today you will start with the first step of this journey of personal development, and it all starts with you. In this step and the upcoming 6 steps, you will self-reflect on your life. Self-reflection is really important to create a good starting point for your journey. You can't determine the path that you want to take without knowing where you are right now. Through several assignments, you will create a clear picture of yourself and the world around you. But before we start, I really want to tell you a bit about self-reflection. Because it has big benefits for you. It will give you peace of mind, insight in your own behavior, and new approaches that will help you to improve your success and happiness. You can easily implement self-reflection in your daily routine with 6 steps. Relax, reflect, realize, remember, recognize, and repeat. To be able to self-reflect well, you will need to relax and clear your mind. This will open a space in your mind to come up with new insights and ideas. Walking is the best way to do this. That is exactly why it's such an important part of this program. Once you calm down and cleared your mind, it's time to reflect. You take the time to evaluate your day or specific situations. Be curious about what happened. Look at it from different perspectives and keep an open mind. Criticizing yourself won't help at all. The insight that you get from self-reflection will create self-awareness. You will notice how you behave in certain situations, what patterns you use in life, and you will start to realize that there are other paths that will lead to better results. Now you need to make sure that you remember the insights that self-reflection gave you. Otherwise your patterns will keep taking over your life. Write down what you have learned and what ideas popped up in your mind. Keeping a diary can help a lot with that. When you know and remember your patterns, you will be able to recognize them when they try to take over. Now you can use what you have learned during your self-reflection to break or change the patterns. And when you do this often enough, your patterns will change in your advantage. I think you already understand that self-reflection is not a one-time event. You have to repeat it over and over again to gain the insights that you need to achieve your goals. Okay, now it's time to really start with the first step. And just like with every other step, it starts with a walk and a photo assignment. During your walk, I want you to keep an eye out for situations that catch your attention. And it can be anything. Maybe it's a situation that makes you laugh because it's funny. Or it makes you curious about the story behind it. Or maybe it's just beautiful. Try to make great pictures of situations that you run into. And when you come home, look at them and pick the one that's most appealing to you. Use that picture to tell a story about yourself. Who you are, where you're from, or what your situation is. Okay, this might sound a little bit abstract, so let me show you a few examples to explain further. I took this first picture during a hike in the mountains. I'm on a mountaintop and I see the path ahead of me. That path could stand for my life and my future. I can see clearly where I am and the path right in front of me. But after a few meters the path disappears and everything becomes uncertain. But in the distance I can see my first goal. The mountain that I want to conquer. And I decide that this is the path that I want to take, because this is a beautiful way to achieve my goal. The second picture is completely different. It is much more symbolic to me. Let's say that I'm the bird and the water represents life. I try to drink as much of the water as possible. But I am so small and the water is really hard to catch. Therefore most of the water swiftly passes by without me touching it. Am I happy with that? Or satisfied? Or do I want to get more out of life? The third example is also symbolic. It is a ship in the harbor of Rotterdam. It is safely tied to the docks. But you could also see those ropes as restraints that keep you locked up. What do you like most? Being safe in the harbor or free to sail around the world? Now it's time to find your own stories. Go out for your walk and don't forget your phone or camera. Once you get back from your walk and you've finished your photo assignment, it is time for your first exercise. And we're going to analyze your situation a bit further. You can use a pen and paper or your computer for this. Describe your situation and how you got there. That sounds pretty easy, but don't let it fool you. Try to be objective and stick to the facts. Be as detailed as you want, but concentrate on the main issues. And when you run into emotions, just describe them. Tell yourself how it made you feel, but try not to let it cloud your judgment. When this is your first time self-reflecting, you might get a bit overwhelmed by all kinds of thoughts. Don't worry, it's a good thing. It wants to come out, just embrace it. But sometimes all those thoughts are about side issues that will only distract you. Accept them for what they are. Make a note of them and remember to reflect on those thoughts at a later moment. That way you will no longer be distracted by them. Good luck with this first exercise. And remember, it does not have to be perfect.